Well, Jacques, you just said something very interesting, and it speaks to a question that was on my mind. You've told me before that you think there's a real stake for humanity in understanding how to respond to the phenomenon. Um, in that there's something in stake in trying to understand it. Um, and you just said something remarkable, which is that you think that this might have to do with human survival. So what did you mean by that? And what do you really think the stakes are for human beings in understanding the
Well,
phenomenon?
we know from other work we've done and we've published, we know that the phenomenon has been with us for a long time, maybe as long as humans have been on the earth. And that, that raises a question of why do we see this um, concentration now? Well, now is the first time, now we're coming to a test. And astronomers have said, for many years, that in the evolution of a planet, in life evolving on a planet, we'll get to a point of discontinuity where it it assembles technology to the point where it can destroy its own environment. And there are indications that maybe we haven't destroyed it, but we have committed a number of faulty decisions in our technical development and in our economic development that threaten our own existence on the planet. So people, including intellectuals, I think, make the mistake of saying you need to save the planet. Well, let me reassure you, the best thing, the that the only thing that would happen if we continue this way is that humans would disappear, but the planet wouldn't. I mean, the planet has seen many things, where 3 billion years of development, it has developed many, many forms of life that have disappeared for one reason or another, and it will continue. So, if we exterminate ourselves by the stupid things we're doing to the environment, that's not a big problem for the Earth. I mean, the Earth will be without this form of life for a few centuries, and then something else will grow to replace us, and hopefully it will be better at survival. The issue we have here today is our survival. And that may be the reason of the increased intensity of a number of phenomena that are impinging on us now. You know, Certainly the behavior of the phenomenon it's much more intense than it was in the 40s and 50s. Now, part of it is we're aware of it. Part of it is we have very good detection system that we didn't have before. And we go in space and we go everywhere fast. So we have more information, but I do think that the behavior is changing, that the interaction is getting more intense. And um, I think we have to pay attention to that because it may lead us to a transition. And I think more advanced races in the galaxy would would know that. They would know that life is rare, but there are so many opportunities for planets to develop that there must be life throughout the galaxy in different places. The question is, does it succeed in growing beyond the stage where we are now in the 21st century, where we can in fact destroy life? Okay? Before we couldn't. I mean, we could kill lots of people, and we have, for all kinds of reasons. But the we couldn't eliminate advanced life. You know, Rats were there millennia before humans developed, and they are still doing the same thing that they did, you know, uh, 10,000 years ago, and they will, probably will survive because they're underground and they are, able to adapt in incredible intelligence to their environment. They haven't developed science, but under the right conditions, who knows?
Jacques, that's a remarkable answer, and it's very unfortunate we don't have more time because you just said a number of profound things that show us that the UAP problem is related to other problems, including one of a existential nature for us that have a lot to do with our ethical and social and political development. So thank you for closing with that. It's appreciated, and I have to say this is a remarkable interview because I think that in a very short span of time we were able to uh, glean a great deal of insight from your comments, and you packed your wisdom into a small span of
Well,
time. So thank
thank
you,
you to
Jacques.
all the people who at Sol who ask the questions. I think we're in a field where the questions are more important than the answers right now. We have to come up with new questions.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. The questions are more important than the answers. So thank you, Jacques, and thanks to the audience for being
Thank
here.
you.